"What guitar is that?" is a comment that I've had on my YouTube videos over about the last 6 months or so. So I thought I would do a video on what guitar it is. This is a Shergold Masquerader. This is the model SM03. The thing that makes it the 03 is the pickups. Each model has a different pickup configuration. The one has a humbucker at the bridge. The SM02 has a P90, and this one has 3 single coil pickups. First things first, the styling is not to everyone's choice. It's kind of weird to have a guitar that looks nothing like another style of guitar. Every guitar tends to be more of a Strat style or a Les Paul style or just something really pointy and crazy. But yeah, this one is sort of based on a Strat, but mahogany body. And the neck itself was one of the first things that I guess won me over with this guitar. I am a fan of the styling. I think it looks kind of dark and quirky, and I like things that are dark and quirky. I'm a fan of Tim Burton films, Danny Elfman soundtracks. My favourite band is The Darkness, and I even like Dark Chocolate. But as I say, the biggest thing that won me over with this guitar has been the neck. To me, this feels like a very slim profile neck, and I've always been a Les Paul player as my guitar of preference, and it was a Les Paul that I played on all throughout my teenage years, which does influence kind of how you play. Les Paul players always have a tendency to kind of do this sort of thing. Kind of, no matter what we play, it kind of sounds like that. And I've been surprised how much I've got on with this neck, and this guitar in general has become my #1 guitar of choice, just from the range of tones that you can get from it and the playability when you're moving up and down the neck, from the lower sort of open chords and power chords right up to the higher point in the neck. The access right up to the highest fret is absolutely easy, and the quirky styling of it makes it very ergonomic as a player. I'm a real fan of this guitar, and I like the fact that it is a guitar. You know, many YouTube guitar teachers, they play a Gibson Les Paul and a Fender Stratocaster, and it's kind of like everyone's got the same guitars. I like that this is something that looks totally different, that makes people kind of stand up and say, what is that? And it's something that that is really cool. The guitarist from the Sherlocks plays this. The Sherlocks are a fantastic British band. You should check them out. And this does have that sort of British heritage with the Shergold brand, but trying to bring it up to date with the sort of quirky styling and a new take on their guitars. So this guitar, in my opinion, does the British rock and roll sound the best. It's so much so that the single coil pickup at the bridge almost sounds like a P90. Now these guitars actually, you can get the SM02, which does have a P90 in it. So I was surprised how kind of heavy that one sounds. And if I clean it right up on the amplifier, just turn it up a little bit. You know, that's the bridge pickup there, and it's still quite heavy, certainly compared to when we go to the neck. When we start to get more towards a Strat tone in the middle pickup, it's most likely the mahogany wood that's making this not quite have that Stratocaster or Telecaster twang to it, which I was surprised with. The single coils in this, I thought it might have more of that, and that's not where this guitar excels. Where it does excel is that sort of vintage British sound, but maybe not as saturated and heavy as a Les Paul will be. The downside of like your Les Paul type guitar is it just does that one thing, and it's really hard to clean the thing up. There's no coil tapping or anything on this guitar, but the range of sounds that you can get with just these pickups and everything as is has certainly made it, as I say, my go-to guitar for the range of stuff I have to show for YouTube song tutorials, but also for anyone that is a touring musician or in a band or in the studio and you need that range of tones. I think this is a really solid choice, if not for both your guitars, you know, as one as a backup, at least for one of your main guitars to kind of do that sort of vintage tone. to get some of the cleaner sounds, but also the sort of vintage 70s rock sound. So to summarise, if the styling is something that doesn't put you off, there's an awful lot that will genuinely win you over with this guitar. The purpose of this video was not to make your decision on whether to buy it or not. The purpose of this video was to let you know about it, to increase the exposure of it, and to let you know why I've been playing it so much over the last 6 months, and I look forward to playing it a lot more in the future. And as I say, this has become my main guitar very much out of choice, because it's a fantastic instrument and it gets that range of sounds that I need. Thank you so much for watching. You can hear this guitar in action in plenty of my YouTube videos, and I will link to some below that are my favourites. Thank you for watching.